Hi, my name is Marilyn, and for this video I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite brushes that are all affordable, vegan, and cruelty-free. Please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel as well. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MarilynMugBeat for my socials. To get started, I want to introduce you to my top brushes from each of the brands that I'm going to be talking about today. This is a Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush, this is the BH Cosmetics V12 brush, and this is the Moda Pro Radiance brush. I'm going to start with Wet n Wild, and I actually had to look up to make sure that these were vegan because I know that they're cruelty-free as a whole as a brand. So I was ecstatic to find out that these were also vegan, and this is my favorite shape to do my eyeshadow personally just because it is pinched, which means I can use either side to pick up one color and pick up another on the other side, but it's also fluffy and dense enough to really pack on colors in the crease and buff them out as well. So this is one of my favorites. I would recommend picking up a couple of these, and you can pick this one up at pretty much any Walgreens, CVS, drugstore around you. So that's really good. I don't use these in my kit, but on myself and especially in tutorials, it's one of my favorites. Now this is my favorite foundation brush. This thing has lasted me about 2 years. I pretty much wash it every time it's dirty right now because I just used it for this tutorial. I'll make sure to link it below as well. I haven't been able to find a brush that's this dense at this or any price point really. I know that BH Cosmetics always has sales or flash sales on their website, so I'd really recommend picking this one up. I was thinking about getting another one on Black Friday, but honestly, this is still a pretty good brush. I have it like all dinged up just because I actually I'll go weeks at a time with doing my makeup just with this, and I'll wash it just with like a brush shampoo or just regular shampoo, and it really does not lose its shape. I've had some shedding, but for 2 years and this lasting me that long, this is a very high quality line of brushes, so I really recommend these. The only thing about this one is that you have to pick it up in their website, on their website. So yeah, that's one of the drawbacks, and usually I like to do it with free shipping, and it takes a lot to get to free shipping just because they're so affordable, which is not a bad thing. Now this one is honestly my favorite brush in my entire collection just because it's so beautiful. I love the ferrule, I'm not sure what they call this, but this is stunning. It's like a matte, soft touch and spiked ferrule. Oh my god, I should have looked this up before I started. But the handle, and it has their gorgeous logo. I think it's so cute, and on the back it says the name of the brush. Now the reason I love this brush is because it's very multi-purposeful in the fact that it has bristles that start off and taper all the way up. This is a very soft and high quality feeling brush, and they're super affordable. One of my favorite things about these brushes in particular, not specifically this one, but I know they carry a lot of Moda brushes in Walmart. I've gotten a lot of the ones that I have in my collection from there, but also from the website. So I usually wait until they have a huge sale every Black Friday, and that's why I got my collection finally complete, and that's why I wanted to share all of these brushes with you. So now that I showed my top favorite brushes and each of the brands that I'll be talking about, I'm just going to be going in the order of my face makeup. I showed my foundation brush and my blush, so now I'm going to move on to the rest of the face. Here I have the Royal & Langnickel complexion brush, and this is a really good one that I use to powder down my face for touch-ups or even when I'm out on the go. It's very dense, but not too much that it'll pack on too much powder, because it's still good to dust away stuff. So I really love this one and would recommend it. This is the BH Cosmetics V19 brush, and I love this just because it's too big on my eyes as a crease brush, but it's perfect for blending out concealer under my eye very softly. I wish I had eyes big enough to use this as a crease brush, and I've seen a lot of artists use brushes similar to this, so this is very multi-purposeful. You can also use it for highlighting, although I don't find it big enough for that, but it's kind of like a weird in-between, and it actually works really well. For contour, my favorite shape is this kind of angled fluffy brush, and this is the Angled Blush from Moda Pro. Pretty self-explanatory. I love to use it for contour specifically. You can also use it for blush though. Recently I found my favorite nose contour brush, and that is the Angle Shader from the Moda Pro line. The shape is really unique just because it is pinched but also fluffy. It's similar to the eyeshadow brush that I like, but this one is just perfect to really get into the bridge of my nose and even dust off on the tip of my nose. So I really like this one. Now this is one that I got in a set of travel sized ones, so it's kind of small. And this is one that they sell at Walmart. So if you see this set, I believe it's like an eye brush set, I would really recommend getting it. I really like all of these brushes, so I'm going to try to stop saying that. But here are two highlighter brushes, and I don't really like highlighting, but just the fact that I get to use these brushes makes me want to put it on. So this one is the Glow from Moda Pro, and I love it because it's similar to the blush one where it's a tapered brush, but it is a little pinched. It's a great shape to really pack on any highlighter, but you can also really fluff it out. So this one you can do pretty much anything with. It would also be great to kind of dust away any under eye powder or to put some on, but you can also use this one. So this is the V17, and I really like this one because it's also pinched, but it's a little more pinched than the other, and it's very flat. These bristles, they come up a little higher, so this is the one that I specifically like to pack on highlighter and then kind of blend it out. So that's all of the face brushes. I tend to have all of the similar shapes of the brushes that I prefer in different brands and stuff, so I have them all pretty interchangeably within each brush line. My favorite blending brush is the Moda Crease Brush, and this is such a gorgeous shape. It's very large, but it's also super fluffy, so you can really blend out anything. This is like a standard and essential in everyone's kit. But like I said, it's a little large, so another one that I would recommend to go with it is this one by BH Cosmetics, and this is the V20. Mine are like getting all worn off, so sorry if I can't see or say it wrong. I'll make sure to put everything in the description down below. But I feel like these are very similar and interchangeable. This one specifically, if you have smaller eyes or doing some more precision eye color kind of looks, these are great. I personally don't like to use these kinds of brushes on myself just because these are longer bristles and they're good for doing makeup on others, which is why I love them in my kit. But when I do makeup on myself, I want to usually pack on color and then blend it out. These are more better for like building up color, so I actually prefer these. But I still love these in my kit in addition. Now this one is similar to the other crease brush, and this specific line of Moda brushes is their electric bundle or something. It's like a eye kit, and I really recommend this kit because it pretty much has all of the eye brushes that I'm going to be talking about right now. But first I want to talk about the smoky eye brush, and it's basically the same thing as the crease brush, but I don't know if you can tell, it's a lot shorter. So this gives me a lot more control when I'm blending out and buffing in color, so that's why I really like this one. It just fits my style of blending a little better. And same thing with this smaller blending brush that I showed before. These bristles are a little long, so I prefer this one. It's called the Moda Detail Brush. Now here's the one that comes in the electric. I feel like it's a little bigger and more similar to the smoky eye one. So if you have smaller eyes, I'd probably recommend this one. But the one in the Moda Pro line, this one is a lot skinnier. And I like this one specifically just because you can really get in under the eye or into the crease to put some detail. This is a great detail brush. This is another one of my favorite shapes for brushes, and it's called a Smudge Brush from the Moda Pro line. And then they also have it in the BH ones. This is the V16. So it's basically a very small and flat, dense brush to really pack on color. I really love this as well for under the eyes. And even this one's a little denser, and I love getting this to really cut the crease if I'm lazy and I don't want to do concealer. I can pick up a color and really get in there and create a very precise shape and buff it out. So this is a really good buffing packer brush as well. And the shape is really useful for multiple places on the eye. So these are some small eyeshadow brushes, and these are similar to the Wet n Wild one that I first talked about, more specifically this one. This is the small shader brush from Moda Pro, and it is part of the neon kind of brushes. This one is a lot more fluffy, but I also love this Wet n Wild one. This reminds me more of a concealer brush because it is super pinched and flat. So this is really good for more like cream products. I would probably use this to mix up and put like metallic eyeshadow on, to paint on a lip, or even to conceal under the eyebrow. So I would honestly pick up a few of these as well. This is a really good brush. I'm basically talking about the whole electric set from Moda, but I'm really in love with this just because it has some really unique brushes. This is a super fine and long eyeliner brush. I haven't actually seen one that's this long, so this is really great. You can use it for eyeliner. I use brushes like this to do detail work, so I really like this one. And then I want to talk about this Wet n Wild bent liner brush. as well, because I feel like these are always really pricey. Like if you see them from other brands, they're kind of hard to come by or they're really expensive. So I'm really glad to find this one at the drugstore from Wet n Wild. This is a really unique brush and I love to use it again for like, not necessarily my eyeliner, but to like draw on and do a lot of detail work in my makeup. This is the Moda Glam Topper, and I actually have this one in the Moda Pro line. This one comes specifically in sets, so I had to buy the set of the electric to get this. I wanted a backup of it so bad, and honestly it's worth it because I love all the brushes in the set. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just am really passionate about their brushes. They're so stunning and professional and affordable. All of these are. But just because this brand really comes out with unique things, like this is really good to pick up. Recently there's been a lot of kind of like those glittery like cream gel kind of shadows that they put in the palettes. I'm not a fan of them, but this would be really good to kind of scoop up and really precisely put on glitter. I like to use this with loose glitter, or any time that I say you can use your finger in a look with like a metallic shadow, I would recommend using this because if you have like long nails or something and can't get in there, this is a great tool to do that with. And lastly, I have my eyebrow brush. Now, I have a whole bunch of different ones. There is one in the line of the vegan brushes from BH Cosmetics, but I specifically love the Moda angled liner brushes. They seem to put them in all of their sets, so I have way too many, but they make them very well. So this one is actually my favorite one, just because it has the little groomer on the end, and then it also is very thin. And I feel like the shape of it is perfect. Usually with brow brushes, you want it to be as thick as your eyebrows should be. So this one fits my face shape perfectly. It is on the more synthetic side, so it's perfect for pomades. But these fibers from all of these brands are very high quality and it actually does pick up powder very well. One of my pet peeves is like when brushes are very synthetic feeling and they create streaks in your makeup. That can be true in like foundation brushes, and I found in like eyeliner brushes like this, but this one really does a great job of packing product on and blending it out very smoothly. So this is one of my go-tos as well. Also, I want to throw in this little thing. It's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a lip brush, but it has a spatula on the end. I'd really recommend something like this. You can just get like a regular spatula just so it can be a little more sanitary. I love to use this to scoop things out onto a palette or onto like the back of my hand. So this comes in handy. You just want to like spritz it down with some alcohol, and this is a very useful tool that I would recommend getting in your kit as well. Thank you so much for listening to my recommendations of my favorite vegan and cruelty-free brushes. And if you liked it, please make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe just like I said before. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!